Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, the tide turns 5. Local leaders help the city of Norfolk celebrate. Plus, summer school students graduate and take their walk across the stage. And our furry friends with the K9 unit receive some new hardware thanks to local donations. That and more are coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Veronica Coleman. Thanks for joining us. Back in 2011, the city of Norfolk cut the ribbon on a 7.4-mile light rail line that runs from the Eastern Virginia Medical Center to the border of Virginia Beach. Here's Corey Smith with the details.
Virginia Beach Mayor Will Sessoms rode the tide from Newtown Road to the MacArthur Square Light Rail Station to join the City of Norfolk and Hampton Roads Transit as they celebrated the tide's 5-year anniversary.
Virginia Beach is about connectivity. We're going to make it happen. This is more than just about a system going from Newtown Road to Town Center. We've got to stop talking about that one little section. This is about a vision for transportation, and that's what we got to think about.
In May of 2015, Virginia Beach City Council adopted a resolution favoring extending light rail from Newtown Road to Virginia Beach Town Center. It would include 3 new stations at Witch Duck Road, Kellam Road, and Constitution Drive.
Now, I know there's a big debate going on, and you can see there's some behind us that have a different view. In just a few months, the city of Virginia Beach will be voting on this issue.
Residents will have a chance to weigh in on Election Day. On November 8th, Virginia Beach voters will be asked, should City Council of Virginia Beach spend local funds to extend light rail from Norfolk to Town Center in Virginia Beach? The state has committed $155 million to extend light rail to Virginia Beach, and the city would pay the remaining costs up to $155 million. The city's portion will come from the existing 1.8 cents of property tax dedicated to funding the project.
There are 2 other important components to the project, doubling bus service in Virginia Beach and adding a multi-use path alongside the light rail line. For more information on light rail, log on to vbgov.com and click on the light rail link on the homepage. Back in mid-June, more than 4,000 high school graduates walked across the stage at the Convention Center to receive their hard-earned diplomas. Now, 2 months later, nearly 130 students are taking their turn on center stage during the 2016 summer graduation ceremony.
We are pleased that everyone would join us tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of these young people seated before us.
School board members, teachers, high school principals, and family members gathered to celebrate the hard work and dedication of this colorful ensemble.
But most especially, graduates, I want to tell you how proud I am of you. I want to tell you how proud I am of your persistence, whether you are here tonight because you are graduating early or because you have extended your senior year a little bit. We are proud of you for your persistence. We are proud of you for your hard work.
Students from all 11 high schools participated. This is the first year the school has done a division-wide event. They hope to continue the tradition in the future. In prior years, each school would hold their own separate event.
Mariah Lynn Semsey, graduating with honors.
You can watch the event in its entirety. Log on to vbschools.com/VBCPS-grad. As many parents are aware, a new school year is about to begin. In a few short weeks, teachers will be welcoming nearly 70,000 students back to the classroom. Believe it or not, but the first day of school will be here before you know it, and we want to make sure you and your child are prepared. Log on to vbschools.com for your one-stop shop. Learn what immunizations are required, student registration enrollment requirements, open house information, and more. Mark your calendars. The first day of school this year is Tuesday, September 6th. And as students and parents are busy getting ready for the big day, teachers are preparing for the new school year. Kellam High School is once again filled with the sounds of learning, but instead of students, it's the teachers' turn to take it all in.
We are having our 3rd annual Title I Summer Conference.
More than 400 teachers and administrators from Title I schools around the division attended the day-long conference. This year's theme, Growing Minds, Changing Lives, included presentations from national speakers and an opportunity to network.
We want all of our students to grow, so I hope teachers walk away today with at least 2 big takeaways. How am I going to know the story of my students who often come to us in poverty, and how am I going to set goals with them through conferring with my students every day?
The event helped set the tone for the school year. Teachers and principals were excited to share lessons learned with the rest of their school.
This information is going to drive us into our new year. It's going to help have us have courageous conversation about what did we hear, and the information that we heard, what are we going to do with it? So it's really a motivational time for us to really help us to springboard into a fantastic, phenomenal year.
Title I schools have a high percentage of children from low-income families. They receive extra funding to help ensure all children meet state academic standards. There are 13 Title I schools in Virginia Beach. Last week, K-9 officers with the Virginia Beach Police Department received protective ballistic vests at a ceremony held at the Big Dog House.
We have here MPO Watkins and Nico.
The department has 15 K-9 dogs in service at any time. 2 SWAT team dogs have already been outfitted with the vests. Today's donations bring the total to 8, about half of the way there. The other 7 vests have been purchased, but the dogs still need to be fitted for them.
Been able to accept 16 vests for our police dogs, which we were unable to buy previously. Like I said, they've all been donated. These vests are about $2,500 a piece, so it's a pretty good chunk of change. And through the generosity of the community, we've been able to raise enough money to purchase these vests.
Local nonprofit Spike's K-9 Fund and the Virginia Beach Police Foundation donated much of the money needed for the vest.
I'm sure the officers, they have a very close relationship with those animals, and they're reluctant to put them in a situation where they're in peril, and this gives them a little added assurance that the dog is going to be protected when they're out chasing bad guys.
Officers in Virginia Beach received the first 2 protective vests in May, thanks in part to a donation from CNN's Anderson Cooper. Local citizens have also taken part in the donations. And you can still help. Warranties on these protective vests run about 5 years, so they will need to be replaced. To find out how you can get involved, contact the Virginia Beach Police Foundation. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, rave reviews of Virginia Beach are popping up all over the internet, allowing the resort city to cash in on another award. And the latest Revive training class is gearing up for its September meeting. We'll bring you a report. And some special guests are wrapping up their stay at the Virginia Aquarium. We'll take a trip to the forest when Access Virginia Beach returns.
Virginia Beach Schools Parent Connection is your one-stop resource for information and events that support families and promote student success. The 2016-2017 school year is about to begin, and Virginia Beach City Public Schools invites you to attend open houses to learn more about our schools. These events are extremely important if your child is entering elementary, middle, or high school for the first time. To view dates, times, and locations of open house events, go online to vbschools.com/schools/open house or contact your school directly. Parents and their children ages 2 to 5 years can participate in a variety of hands-on activities to promote an early appreciation of reading aboard the Virginia Beach City Public Schools Reading Bus. The Reading Bus is stocked with hundreds of volumes of books and fun activities, and it travels to various Virginia Beach communities on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings. For more information, go online to vbschools.com/readingbus. To learn more about important deadlines or to see a complete calendar of Parent Connection events, visit vbschools.com and click on the Parent tab at the top of the page.
They are the largest volunteer-based group of its kind in the country. They respond to over 40,000 calls a year. They have saved countless lives. We're talking about Virginia Beach's Volunteer Emergency Medical Services, and they're looking for you to join the ranks. From medical emergencies to life-saving interventions, EMS volunteers are state certified, highly trained, and ready to respond around the clock. Training classes are held regularly and are tuition free. So if you're ready to make a difference and can commit 48 hours a month, then volunteer for Virginia Beach EMS.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Veronica Coleman. Online reviewers have been giving Virginia Beach a lot of raves. The city recently landed its first Certificate of Excellence from TripAdvisor, the Convention and Visitors Bureau announced in a release last week. To qualify for a Certificate of Excellence, a business or destination must, among other requirements, have a minimum average bubble rating of 4 out of 5. Bubble ratings are the evaluations provided by people who post feedback on TripAdvisor. During a 12-month period, Virginia Beach had an average rating of 4.5.
That says that we are doing a good job. We're hearing from our travelers that they like what they're seeing here. When they tell us what they don't like, we take that into consideration, and that's how we gauge the different things that we offer as a destination for the Virginia Beach experience.
Certificate of Excellence recipients include accommodations, eateries, attractions, and destinations located all over the world that have continually delivered a quality customer experience.
Within 15 minutes, you can be on a farm picking your own flowers or your own dinner, part of your vegetables for your dinner. You can be fishing and get that entree, or you can be at town center shopping at anchor stores that are found all up and down the East Coast and on the West Coast, or you can be laying out on the beach or enjoying a boat ride, a parasailing adventure. Virginia Beach is so much more today, and our travelers love us, and they're telling us that on TripAdvisor.
The city plans to spotlight its recognition by hanging a TripAdvisor Certificate of Excellence flag outside the Virginia Beach Visitors Information Center. Anybody out there interested in saving some money? Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Well, listen up. The Department of Human Services is offering free monthly classes designed to curb your unnecessary spending habits.
If you have a solid relationship with a financial institution and other people, it will help you.
Bank On, the financial-friendly rest stop, allows participants to create a spending plan that helps you avoid fees, pay off credit cards, improve your credit score, and build up your savings account. Monthly classes begin in September throughout the region. In Virginia Beach, the Williams Farm Rec Center will hold classes on the first Tuesday of the month, beginning September 6th. On the second Thursday of every month, starting September 8th, the Department of Human Services will hold classes, and on the third Saturday of each month, the Oceanfront Library will host a class. Those begin September 17th. Virtual classes are also being offered. Log on to bankonhr.org or call 943-9652 for further information. And the Bank On classes work. In a continuing series, VBTV highlights the success achieved by graduates of the program. Here's graduate Vicki O'Rourke's story.
I was looking for budgeting and how to budget because that's something I never really learned as a young adult, and into my adulthood it's something that I had no clue how to do. As a mother of 3 and married, and you know, we always struggled financially, and because we didn't live by a budget. And now that I'm on my own, my kids are grown, I have to take care of me, and I have to make sure that I have money to live on.
The fact is that we lived on credit cards.
The class, actually, I loved it. We had 2 leaders in our class, William and Vincent, and they just played off of each other, and it was an open communication. You had something to say, you say it, you know, and we would bring that into the conversation, and they were always willing to answer your questions. So if you didn't understand something, they were there to help you through it.
So we're trying to get a gauge as to who's coming in and participating in the program, and then what behaviors change.
with Bank On, which is free, we also are given a financial coach.
Because it has to be a way to make sure that it gets done. So
I learned so many skills from my financial coach that it just made my whole banking, budgeting so easy. My savings definitely increased, my spending definitely decreased. You know, when you save your receipts from all of your spending for the month and you look at everything that you're purchasing and like, oh my gosh, I spent that much on lunches, it's an eye-opener. And so it really makes you look at it and then readjust your budget and then understand, you know, that what you're spending on, and do you really need it? I'm working on all of my goals. One of the goals that I set was to pay down my debt. And Amber, if you're out there, I have paid down one credit card so far. I just made the last payment on it last week. So now I'm doing the snowball effect, which will help me pay down my other credit cards. And I am saving, you know, getting closer to retirement. I'm working on building my retirement savings. If you can just take one thing away from it that makes it better for you. I know right now 3 people that I would send to Bank On, which are my children, because of course coming from my household, they didn't have that background to help them know how to save and know what they're spending on. Even if you're struggling a little and you don't have to have money to go to Bank On, because we go there to learn. And yes, you may be in a hole or it may be difficult right now, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I am a testament to that, because I went from, as a single person now, working 2 jobs to now being able to work 1 job and know where I'm spending my money and still be able to save and still be able to save money for retirement. I feel empowered. That's the one word I can say is empowered, you know, because I can take care of me now.
Become part of a team and get your financial matters in order. Log on to bankonhr.org for further details. The number of heroin overdose deaths has increased in Virginia Beach over the past few years. In fact, last year alone, 35 people died from overdoses. The Commonwealth's Attorney's Office launched a campaign to help bring awareness to opioid overdoses.
This is my daughter, Caitlin. She was a model student, an athlete, a sister, and a mother. She was taken from us because of a heroin addiction, but her story doesn't have to be your story.
Our community is seeing a rise in heroin and opiate overdoses. Use of these horrible drugs could land you in jail, or even worse, dead. If you or someone you love has a drug problem, call the number on your screen to get the help you need now.
Don't wait until it's too late.
With more and more people dying from opioid abuse, the City of Virginia Beach is offering classes for residents who want to know how to save someone from a heroin or prescription drug overdose. Here's Access reporter Stephanie Sutton with more.
In a room filled with CPR mannequins, several trainers with the City of Virginia Beach teach residents how to respond to an opioid overdose emergency.
This is the demonstration part. This is where you're going to do hands-on training.
Well, we start with offering support to the people in the class, and we offer a lot of education around how do you recognize an opioid overdose, what are the risk factors that can put someone at greater risk to overdose on opioids, and then we teach them how to do rescue breathing and how to administer naloxone in order to save a life.
Sponsored by the Human Services Department, the program, called Revive, trains individuals to recognize and respond to an opioid overdose emergency with the administration of naloxone, a prescription medication.
We're really going to have to put some air in there.
The class is designed to teach participants how to recognize the warning signs and how to use CPR and drugs to save someone.
Basically, the atomizer goes on the small end of the syringe and locks in place. the medication, after you pull off of a cap, you would just screw it in clockwise until it locks, and that's all that it takes. It will be 1 milliliter in each nostril, okay? Nice, firm, steady push to be able to push the medication into the nose. And then basically, once that occurs, the officer and/or lay rescuer or EMS, whoever's doing it, we continue with rescue breathing until the individual revives.
Opioids are pain-relieving medicines such as Vicodin, OxyContin, Percocet, morphine, codeine, and many other commonly prescribed painkillers.
The goal is for people to understand that they are not alone in this. This is a national epidemic that we're facing. And so when they come to the training, they can connect with other people that are in their same situations. They can learn about their friends and family and people in their lives that need help. And so they learn about how to recognize it, who to talk to, and how to get the help.
Virginia has been severely affected by opioid abuse, particularly the abuse of prescription drugs. In 1999, approximately 23 people statewide died from abuse of fentanyl, hydrocodone, methadone, and oxycodone. By 2013, 386 individuals died from the abuse of these drugs, an increase of more than 1,500%. In Virginia Beach in 2015, there are 135 documented heroin overdoses, resulting in 35 deaths.
To date, 30 confirmed reversals have been credited to the police department and 79 by the Department of EMS. The monthly training courses are held at the Virginia Beach Department of Emergency Medical Services. Space is limited to 20 individuals and registration is mandatory. Call 385-0800 to register. The next scheduled class is September the 20th. Some familiar faces have been hanging out this summer at the Virginia Aquarium, and the message they bring is a familiar one. Here's Diana Cartwright with more.
Remember Smokey Bear and Woodsy Owl? Together they play key roles in advertising campaigns about safety in the forest. Both are now home sweet home at the aquarium.
Very hands-on experience, and I think you've already been in there with the kids and you can just see what an active area it is.
Hey, look at me, look, Smokey Bear.
The exhibit is geared for ages 2 through 8 and alerts them about the environment we all live in.
So many different things for them to do, age-appropriate ways to learn about habitats and why they're important for the animals that live there.
Guests journey through urban, woodland, and stream settings to learn about the importance of protecting ecosystem. They also learn conservation tips, acquire fire safety skills, and discover ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
I like it because the kids can play and run around and they can figure out what you could do outside and enjoy it in the forest. Be very safe around fires and to just be aware of their surroundings and enjoy outdoor life, but be safe while you're doing it.
At home in the urban forest, guests can cross over a pretend bridge, crawl through a fallen tree, or fish from a kid-sized rowboat in a make-believe stream.
There are just so many cool things for toddlers to do here. Like putting the ball down and watching it go down the stream, or rowing in the boat and playing in the little house and seeing the bunnies, and it's just really interactive. There's just so many things for him to get into and spend his energy before nap time.
And don't forget Ranger Rick and the Ranger Station, complete with a campsite, lawn chairs, and a campfire to roast those marshmallows. Buckets of sand are also nearby because, well, you know it's coming.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Woodsy's Give a Hoot, Don't Pollute environmental campaign is also a big part of the exhibition. Smokey and Woodsy will be camping out at the museum now through the middle of September. Log on to virginiaaquarium.com for details.
So you still have a few weeks to visit with Smokey and Woodsy before they depart the aquarium. After that, you'll get a chance to hang out in the trees. The wonderful world of tree houses and the fun involved with nature will be the next featured exhibit. AVB crews will certainly bring you the highlights. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view this program online. Log on to bbgov.com/media, then under the All Categories button, find and click on Access Virginia Beach. For everyone here at VBTV, I'm Veronica Coleman. Thanks for watching.